Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Mitch Moss along with Pauly Howard. We're live on a football Friday. Downtown Las Vegas, Circa Resort and Casino is the spot. Loaded to the gills for the next 3 hours. Plenty on the Week 11 slate in the National Football League. Some absolutely monstrous games this weekend, specifically in the NFC. We'll hit those multiple times. A bunch of player props, guys who have been red hot, either over, under, based on matchups. What do we like this week? We'll have a little on college football today as well. Big games in that sport. NBA Cup is tonight. At least a little bit to like, in my opinion, on the betting card tonight, Pauly, in that league. And we'll begin with what happened last night after the Patriots moved to 9-2, as always, get the best number. They open up 10.5. That landing spot, oh boy, to land on 13.
Yes.
And if you bet the Patriots late, and maybe even laid 13.5 at some books, that doesn't feel very good.
No, everyone should have won.
Everybody should have won last night. Spot on.
Yeah.
And now look at the numbers today. I bring this up every year now in the NFL because there's an angle, and it's happened in the past, but there's an angle for like multiple teams to win several awards, the Patriots being one of them. Because Vrabel's plus 115 Coach of the Year. May's around plus 230, plus 240 after last night. And now here you go, Travion Henderson, as low as 8-1, as high as 18-1 to steal the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Is this going to happen?
God.
3 more last night.
Why didn't he get the ball? I was on his props for 3 weeks straight, and they weren't giving him the ball. But he could possibly steal this. I know, although I like your Igbuka ticket. But Vrabel, Coach of the Year. But I don't think, and that's why Sunday's so important. I still think Stafford's going to win the MVP.
No, so do I.
Because you look at the last 6 games, he has 20 touchdowns and no interceptions. And 1,688 yards. So if he beats Seattle, he also has that showcase game coming up. He's on a Sunday night against Tampa. He plays a Thursday night game at Seattle. Even if they go 2-1 there.
Sure, I agree.
And the way he's lighting it up. I also want to get inside the voters' head, which I think they could see it maybe as a Lifetime Achievement Award.
For Stafford?
I think all
so
those
too.
bad years
Right.
with the Lions, and we're going to give it to you, and you've been so good. And they did this with Wembanyama. May is going to win plenty. He'll have his opportunities. He's young. But yeah, they just went over their win total already with the win. They were favored in 11 games before the season. I didn't think they'd be this good, but they are awesome, what they've done. And 1 seed definitely in play, and certainly 14 wins.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they could clean up. Again, they have to do a better job in the red zone. I think they're too pass-happy sometimes. They do have a weapon in Henderson. I don't know what it's going to take for them to realize that. He should get more carries. In any event, this kid's the real deal at quarterback. I know the MVP chants were all night, but there's a lot going on with this organization now, and minus $3 to win the division, which that's the more incredible takeaway, because the Bills were minus 2,000 at one point.
That's exactly right. And now it's completely flipped. Mm-hmm. And the Patriots, if they stay healthy here with their schedule, I mean, we are talking 13, 14 wins.
We are.
I mean, they could very easily run this season and have maybe 1 more loss, maybe 2. I mean, if it completely falls apart, then all bets are off. But I doubt that's going to happen based on their upcoming schedule. And look, I'm trying to be as realistic as possible. As someone holding Drake May 95-1 to win the MVP, I completely disagree with the odds right now. I mean, it should be Matthew Stafford around even money, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. He clearly has the edge to win this award as of today. And I thought that May and, the team last night, they left a lot of yards on the field. And, oh, by the way, he could have had a couple of INTs last night.
The defense didn't look good either.
I agree with that.
I mean, they were gashing him on the ground, and it's like...
by the way...
I can't... Go ahead.
I was going to say, the scripted plays, isn't that funny? Like, once a team gets off the scripted plays, how it doesn't look anything like the first drive?
Yeah. Well, the guy who let him down was Mitchell. Catch the ball.
Oh, my God,
He should have had 80 yards and a touchdown. At least he dropped 3 passes. I mean, how did we lose that prop?
I
he had
don't
a
know.
catch early. He couldn't get one more catch. But that's stunning in today's NFL that, as Herb Street said, their best play is when Fields just drops back and then takes off and runs.
That's true.
And he's right. And the other thing is, how are you, as we go into week 12, you don't have an interception and you have 1 takeaway.
I really want them to play the entire regular season without 1 INT.
That's in play.
Because that will never be topped, ever.
Like Michael said, well, the takeaway was in London. You can't even count it. In the U.S., they don't have a takeaway.
Yeah, he said that they haven't had a domestic takeaway yet.
Yeah, that was well said. So it's just the defense is just a horror show. But it was encouraging, at least how they moved the ball. But that would be a little problem for New England, that they had success on the ground and the quarterback stuff related with Fields, how he was gashing.
Well, but also Fields stayed under his very low passing yards prop, which is just astonishing here.
Again, I know. How bad are the – this is all-time bad, the Bengals defense. He can't throw for 150 yards against anybody else. They scored 39 points on the road.
Yeah, look at the Bears, what they did, too.
Against the Bengals, yeah.
So I guess another takeaway would be when you're looking at season-long win totals, two teams I'll bring up here from last year and now the Patriots, you got to put a lot of stock when a team on paper is screaming at you. They have the worst schedule in football, like they did. The Niners were right there with them. But the Chargers were that team last year, too, based on their opponents. They had difficult, games based on rest disadvantages last year. But the Chargers flew over their win total, and they played a cupcake schedule. We're seeing the same thing this year with the Patriots. And back-to-back years now where it's actually playing out. And, oh, by the way, you're seeing a big bump at coach as well. Chargers with Harbaugh, Vrabel here with the Patriots, and they actually have an idea of what they're doing. So, built a great culture. And now the aforementioned Bills, they're laying 5.5 in this game on Sunday against the Buccaneers. I think we're going to get maybe some potential weather here. Rain, maybe some snow. Showers throughout. Winds of 15 to 25 miles an hour are expected as well. We'll see if the precipitation is going to hold. Not sure. That could obviously change by tonight. But I think the wind is probably going to be there. And typically in a game like this, where I'm not so high on the Bills anymore. I still like the Buccaneers despite losing to the Patriots last week. I would like to say, well, which team's coming off the biggest stink bomb here? Because I'd like to have them bounce back in a positive way. Both teams are coming off of, specifically Buffalo here, really bad performances here.
Turnovers, same thing.
Oh,
the outlier was the Kansas City game. They're just not a good team.
And the Ravens come back.
Yeah, that's it.
They were buried in that game.
Right. They're down 15 late. That's the miracle. The wins are the Jets, Dolphins, Saints, Panthers. Dalton had a broken thumb, and they were great against the Chiefs. I mean, look at these performances. 14 points against Atlanta. Lost at home to the Patriots. Lose by 17 to Miami. But the problem is you still don't have Godwin and Irving back. They're out. You don't have Dalton Kincaid. He's out. And I don't know what they're going to be able to get on the ground. Hard to run against Tampa. We'll see if Cook and company has success. But if they're not doing that design stuff for Allen, and he's not, as I said all season, if he doesn't go off, this is a below-average team with a lousy roster. And I'm sticking to it. And it's all about Allen. As he goes, they go.
All right.
But it's a tough game because the last 2 years, Tampa's 8-1 ATS off a loss, and Mayfield's been great in this spot as well.
Yeah, road dog since 2020. Baker Mayfield's 19-10 ATS, very strong there. Also, as a single-digit road dog, 27-10 over the total. They played in some shootouts. I think Sean Tucker is the guy that you want to have your eyes on because the Bills can be had on the ground. And Tucker, I think he is, with Bucky Irving out, we saw it last week. He had 9 carries. By the way, first guy to go over 50 yards against the Patriots defense this year. He had 53. And I saw his prop as low as 37.5 in this game. He's clearly a better running back. Rashad White, very good in the air as a target for Mayfield to throw to, but as a running back, Sean Tucker is very good. And I think he's, clearly better than Rashad White. And if the Bills do lose this game, where does that number go on the Patriots to win the division? Then it's almost over with because they already have the head-to-head tiebreaker, and they'll get them in at Foxborough in the revenge game.
They will.
And plus, you have the Bills then looming, short rest Thursday night against this Texans defense playing out of their minds.
Yep.
So it's a litmus test here, big time for Buffalo, and I would agree the Chiefs game, they were up for that game big time, fell on their faces last week against a below-average Miami team. And so the intriguing part here is, you're right. Does Josh Allen have to beat this team by himself? Now, last week, Travion Henderson, he went off against the Buccaneers. Not many running backs have done that this year. This comes down to whether or not James Cook is going to be able to run the football. And they can get him going against the Buccaneers. Now, his prop is low to mid-80s. And the Opta AI projections, vsin.com/NFL props, they have him going under by about 11 yards in this game.
I got to get me some Tez Johnson.
Agreed.
MVP, is that for me? I mean, look at this now. 2 touchdowns last week. He's 3-1 tonight to this week, anytime touchdown. He's only 40. It's plus money at some spots to have 40 yards. 59, 45, 58, 43, 42. and the rapport that he has with Mayfield with these injuries. So a little bit of Tez, your guy Ibuka, looking at props there, but Tez continues to get it done, and maybe go. I think he can get in the end zone as well here.
It's also, narrative, from that standpoint. If the Buccaneers win this game, suddenly it's going to be like, threat in the NFC.
Oh, sure.
And if the Bills lose this game, I mean, plenty of people are going to write them off.
Well, if the Rams win these next two, watch out. If they
Seahawks
can go,
and the Buccaneers.
The Rams coming up too, yeah. If they can also beat the Rams next week, you're right. What they did to Seattle, they're definitely going to hear that talk.
I just think 5.5's a lot of points here, is it not?
Again, I absolutely agree with Damian Woody. It's over. The window's closed. They missed their chance. They missed their opportunity. They had all those chances to beat Kansas City when it counted, and they couldn't do it. And now you luck up and like, whoop, okay, well, that is true. We did blow it.
Oh.
And now what are we going to do? We're going to have to start on the road. Oh, good luck with that.
I would say this. The one saving grace for Buffalo this year specifically is that in totality, the AFC is not very good. Right? I mean, the Chiefs, clearly a good football team.
Yeah, but the path, though, that's what's going to get me. Are you going to have to go to Baltimore? Are you going to have to go Baltimore, Kansas City, or Denver, something? Then something like that?
I would not love that, obviously. But if they can avoid playing all three of those teams, then who knows?
Yeah.
And then maybe it comes down to, hey, they're taking care of the ball again, and they're not turning it over, and hey, it's 2024 all over again, where the takeover margin is so big on their side. Week 11 loaded marquee games. We'll dive into them coming up next. This has been a lopsided series over the last handful of years to the tune of 11-2 in favor of one team. We'll give you the details on that next here on VSiN.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Thanks for checking in today, watching on YouTube TV, listening on Sirius XM channel 158, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or any of our affiliates across the country. The Sunday afternoon slate and the Sunday nighter is so good this weekend. And we'll begin here. Seahawks playing on the road against the Rams. A couple of books are showing 3.5 now, Pauly, at the Rams. Various juice. Looks like DK has -102. Out here in Las Vegas, the South Point on the screen, they are showing 3.5. They don't use juice, though. They do not go to -120, any of that. It's 3.5, -110 both ways, and that's what they're on here with the Rams. And it's trending that way with various juice at other books on top of it. 3.5 is very tempting to me with Seattle.
Yeah.
What say you?
Yeah, I took the Rams earlier in the week based on the money
you bet
line.
a money line, right?
Yeah, right, money line. Based on how well Stafford has played, I know I'm bucking the 11-1 McDonald trend on the road, but I like what Sal Pal said when he was on with us Wednesday. The one thing that gives him pause is the turnovers, and that's where Seattle can get beat, and it's because of Darnold. And we did see it. They won the game because the defense was awesome, but and they took the ball away as well. But Darnold had 4 turnovers, and one was a defensive touchdown in that Monday night win. So they have 16 turnovers on the season, and that's second most in the league. And they have to fix that and get that corrected. So that's the one thing that would give me pause here, and based on how Stafford's been in the zone. Now, I got to get Adams on the field. He's questionable. But again, what Stafford has done, as I mentioned earlier, last 6 games, 20 touchdowns, no interceptions, and how well they play and how they're cooking at offense. I think they'll win a close game. And they'll move on, and I can't wait for that showdown in a couple of weeks when they play on Thursday night in Seattle.
So this is we talked about this earlier in the week, right? How some of these series have trended in the NFC West going back several years. This is one of them. The Rams have dominated Seattle since 2019. They are 11-2 ATS against this team, 11-2 against the spread. That is a great job by them taking care of business here. I think these two teams are just like razor thin, right? And they both do almost everything very well. They're getting elite quarterback play. Stafford, as we said first segment, would have to. I disagree with the MVP number. He should be closer to even money. I think the Adams injury is huge, obviously. Both teams can get to the quarterback. The Seattle defensive numbers are phenomenal. The Rams are right behind them. Their secondary is weaker, though, than Seattle's. The Rams are also very good at running the football. And that might be the one drawback to Seattle. We had a guest last week on who has covered Seattle for many, many years, and he said if you're going to nitpick, that's like the one weakness. But also they have the best special teams in football, and the Rams, maybe they cleaned it up now with the new place kicker, but that's been a weak spot for them overall this year. Updated win totals for both teams, 12.5. They're two of the best teams in the NFC / the entire league. They might be 1-2 with the Eagles, Chiefs, and Lions right behind them.
OptAI has JSN going for $130.
And Darnold, they have going. He has right. It's 300 plus on him again.
I know they've been right almost every week though. And the bad beat last week when he had the 85 yards and then went out of the game and then the blowout. He's plus 220 to have $130. By the way, I'm looking at Cooper Kupp props. Believe it or not, he did not like how he was treated on the way out the door. Basically, not getting an explanation. Felt he was going to retire a Ram. Signed an extension, and then after 1 year, Les Snead said, "Okay, that's it." He has a lot of friends on the team, so I wouldn't mind some Cup props as well. And then the other one is surprising, but Shaheed only had one catch in the win.
I know.
So we'll see if they take some shots to him, and he's plus money to have 40 yards in this fantastic showdown.
Shaheed is 9-1 over his catches on the year.
That is
9-1.
Yes.
Last week was the one dud.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does this game play out in a shootout fashion where it's like that Seahawks-Buccaneers game, although that was another level altogether? But is this closer to 31-28 or 20-17?
I don't know.
I think
that one's tough.
I think it's closer to 2017.
Yeah, you think so? There's a lot of firepower here.
Oh, the Rams offense. You're right, both teams again.
Yeah, but also could there be turnovers? That's the other thing.
There's another player that you're right. There's another player that OptAI loves in this game, and they've loved him all year long. It is Devontae. They have him going for like 85 yards in this game. His prop is 60.5. You trust him if he's healthy on the field against the Seahawks defense more than Puka Nacua?
I don't know about that, but I just think Adams can go over his prop again too. Based on these guys are so good, and McVay draws something up, and Stafford will deliver it to him. That there's nothing you can do about it. That they're playing so well offensively.
There's got to be like a same game parlay that people will have, right? Like will Puka and JSN each have 10 catches or something like that?
Well, you can do anytime touchdowns too. How many tight ends are they going to score for the Rams? How many different guys? Allen got in there. Parkinson got in there.
Sure.
They run from the Seattle standpoint, they did the tush push at the one with Barner.
That's right.
On the Monday night game, you love Arroyo. I mean, it could be like the Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game where all these tight ends eat.
The tight end showdown coming up on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Okay, another one, same window. In the AFC here, Chiefs are playing at the Broncos. I played under 45. It keeps ticking up. So I played under 45 earlier today here at Circa. And they have 4 on the Chiefs. I mean, this is just... I get it with their power rating, but they were just 2.5 on the road a couple of weeks ago against Buffalo and never had a chance to cover that number. I don't love this Broncos team, well documented on the show. I mean, the defense, yes. Bo Nix, no. But the Chiefs laying 4?
Yeah, like Human said, there's not one person picking the Broncos to win this game.
Yeah.
Right? Because how bad the Raider performance looked, and plus everyone's betting the gotta-have-it game for the Chiefs and the Andy Reid buy angle. 27-4 off the bye, including the playoffs, 13-1 with the Chiefs off the bye. And if they have any chance or hope of winning the division, they have to have this one too. So I like also what Sal Pell said, that it's about, forget about Vance Joseph against Mahomes. Mahomes has seen everything. It's Bo Nix against Spags. And that's where I think it could be a problem. And how they can hold him in check, and he makes a mistake, and they don't do much offensively. And now you're down Dobbins. What does Harvey do on the ground? So I just think how bad they've looked at times. They are 5-0 at home, but the defense is great. They're nasty.
Yep.
But this is a whole different ball game here against this high-octane offense.
Now, let me run some numbers at you from our buddy Steve Makinen here at the network, vsin.com, every week with the great numbers. Did you know that Kansas City is 11-19-1 against the spread against their division since 2020? So they win these games because they win their division every single year, but they have not been covering at all. 36.7% inside their division. Okay. On top of that, Denver is 6-1 ATS against Kansas City since 2022. Remember, though, the one game that sticks out like a sore thumb last year was the block field goal at the end of the game. Mm-hmm. They were, I want to say minus 2,500 in play. The Broncos to win that game. Chip shot field goal. Chiefs blocked it. Went on to win. So big number here. Total too high, I think, as well. And you're right. So if this comes down to Spags versus Knicks, I like Spags' chances here. I think the defense, Casey's unit, we're ready to rock and roll here. But Denver's defense, you can't overlook how good they have been.
Well, it's also Andy Reid against Sean Payton. Sean Payton has done a bad job this year with play calling. That's a fact.
Yeah.
He has made some bad decisions, questionable play calling, the London debacle, and some head-scratching. The 3rd-and-1 play against the Raiders? What are you doing? You're trying a 59-yard field goal and 35-mile-per-hour winds?
Hated it.
There's a lot of stuff like that.
Yep.
And that could decide a game. If it's going to be close, look at the point spread. That could decide it. And in games like this, the Chiefs always win.
Sunday night game, my God, Lions at the Eagles. What a week of football. How about this one? Nick Sirianni is 25-3 straight up, 19-8 ATS as a single-digit home favorite since 2021. Talk me off of dropping a bomb on Eagles money line. Can you do it?
Yeah, they're in disarray offensively. He's 10-0 against the NFC North too. That's another one.
Yeah, but
I just think it's they can't run the ball in disarray offensively. And one of the bizarre stats of the season is they're so good with the record. But every week, someone's chirping about what's going on offensively.
They might win 13-10, though.
Dan Campbell is the genius. Dan Campbell is the
I love him as a head coach. I really do.
I think now, the game changer now calling plays. That's how I'm going to sell that. That's how I'm talking to you off the Eagles.
Okay. You're going to twist my arm a little bit harder. I want to throw this at you. Pauly, I think there is a legit... So we can throw all these defenses at you, right? The Broncos defense, amazing. Houston's defense, my God, if they can get better play offensive line. I think there's a chance... in the next 4 to 6 weeks going into the playoffs, we are talking about how no team wants to play Philadelphia just because of their defense. I think it might be that good.
Okay.
And then the offense, they only have to score. If they score 20, forget it. They're going to win those games.
Love Fangio. Okay. I can get there with that. Official horse racing partner of VSiN. First Bet, built for bettors who demand more. It isn't about just placing a bet. It's about helping bettors of all levels with handicapping tools that provide data-driven insights to help you make smarter bets. Their in-app tools give you win, place, and show probabilities for each runner. You can quickly and easily identify good value plays and improve your ROI and take advantage of a limited-time $250 sign-up offer and claim your bonus promo code VSiN250 when you sign up in the First Bet app, firstbet.com. Promo code VSiN250.
A lot of props on today's program as well. Books can't make some of these numbers low enough. Justin Fields stayed under again last night, and his prop was 124.5. We'll tell you about a different quarterback who was 8-1 under his passing yard prop on the year next here on VSiN.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
I feel like you're really taking a walk on the wild side, 2025 NFL, when you're betting a quarterback under 124.5 passing yards in a game. But it was a winner again last night, like we said with Justin Fields. Now there's another quarterback playing this weekend, Pauly, who is 8-1 under his passing yards prop. The listed number this weekend is around 165.5. To that current number, also 6-3 under on the year. You know who it is because you've been all over this guy again for a couple of weeks now. It's Bryce Young.
Well, they got to make a change after this season to be 200 yards in one game. Unacceptable. Now, they are 4-0 ATS off a loss this year, and certainly Atlanta should be out for blood after what happened in that first meeting, getting embarrassed. But they didn't do anything in that game. That was all pick six, turnovers, all the other stuff. So, there was one comment from Panther that they overlooked and took the Saints lightly, and then Canales got angry, and that stuff's got to stay in-house, all that. But you got to coach them up and do a better job, and that was the game plan. I mean, New Orleans said we're going to load the box. Dowdle's not beating us. Good luck, Bryce Young. He couldn't do a damn thing.
That's right.
So I think Atlanta does the same thing as well. Good defense. Get after the quarterback. A lot of sacks last week. And plus the season's on the line, too. I mean, you might as well just shut it down, and that'll be it. They're only going to the Mercedes-Benz for Chick-fil-A if they can't win. This season's over. So they got to put this. I can't imagine. They lose this, it's over. They'll be 3-7. All that talent.
Done.
All of that talent. How good they looked Monday night against the Bills.
Yeah.
So frustrating and disappointing.
Doesn't 3.5 seem a little bit short to you?
It does. I know. I was saying the same thing. I know, but Carolina's, no one respects them, but I understand. I mean, they hadn't been favored all year coming into the last week's game, but they were 5-4. Yeah. And then everyone said, hey, you know what, I'm kind of buying in it. And everyone lets them down. They kill people in Survivor, and they score 7 frickin' points at home. 7
points at home against one of the worst teams in football, and would they have 175 yards of offense the entire time?
Yeah.
How is that even a thing, right? And if they can't get Dowdle going in this spot against, I think the Falcons' defense is good. I mean, I know I was saying it was good 3 weeks ago, but how things have changed here with this team now recently.
Yeah, the Colts game was bad.
Yeah, Colts are awesome offensively.
Well, come on.
I know what you're saying.
Stop something. You gave up 250 on the ground, and you couldn't stop dimes, and it's 3rd and 21. Get one stop. Couldn't do it. I'd have to go back to Drake London, though. This guy is so good. He did destroy your buddy Sauce in that game as well. Probably the most overrated player in football.
And I don't think anybody wanted to talk about that after it happened.
Hey, torched them.
They were trying to find the highlights from Sauce in the game, as always.
Yeah, right. So I still got to go back. London is so good. And I would think you got a connection here with Penix, and he should be able to get 8+ money to have 80 yards in this game.
Okay.
That's one where I landed on here, and everything else, I think it's tough.
So Young's not only 8-1 under passing yards, he's 8-1 under his completions, too.
Oh, boy.
So got all that going. Jacoby Brissett is the exact opposite for Arizona, 4-0 over his passing yards on the year. And his prop is 237.5. He's 4-0 over that. He's also, Pauly, 4-0 over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Purdy's back in this game.
Time.
Does that mean much to you, by the way? Like, is that it?
I think it's worth a bump. Yeah, it's worth a bump. Yes. Guy was big favorite to win the MVP a couple of years ago going into the Christmas game.
Yeah, but I also think Mac Jones played all right.
Well, Shanahan coached him up, I know. But I just think, Purdy's better. That's a fact. And this is where they got to get hot. They got to win these next 4 games. These are winnable. This one's winnable. And the next 3 are... You're laying 7. You play the Titans. There's another cupcake in there. This should be a McBride game. Without Harrison,
it has to be.
Without Zay Jones, and the Niners have been awful against tight ends since Warner's been lost for the season. And I got to go back to my guy McCaffrey. He's delivered every single week for us. They have 50 yards receiving, $1.10. He's gone over every single game but one with his receiving prop.
How awesome is that? So, 9-1 over the yards prop. Even when the number is 49.5 like it is now, it's still 9-1 like you said.
This is your comeback player of the year, too.
He's also 8-2 over 5.5 catches.
Yeah.
Come on, for a running back?
Mm-hmm.
So up to AI stats are projecting 56 yards out of him and 5.7 catches, 66.7 yards on the ground, which stay under his line of 71.5. But you're right. They are currently outside of the playoffs looking in for the NFC. They're the 8 seed. This is a massive stretch of games for them, and they have to start winning some of this stuff.
I'm all about the tight ends in the Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game. We saw what happened on that Thursday night. Everyone scored a touchdown. What did that thing pay? $100,000? I think it was for a $100 bet. Paid almost $100,000.
I think it was 99,000 and change. Yeah,
right. Because Freiermuth wasn't doing anything, and he got in there a couple times. But Jonnu Smith has gone under every single game.
Every game. 9-0 under.
Can you believe it? But I do like Fant over. Fant's gone over every game. 25 yards, he's $1.20. Every Cincinnati game with Flacco has gone over. Hope this one is like the Thursday night game. That's where I landed. And I got to go Chase Brown receiving over. He's plus money to get 25 yards. He'll dump it off to him. He'll eat. And I think he's, 15 yards by? Yeah, that's not bad. 210. 210 to have, what am I missing? 210 to have 15 yards. I think he'll have plenty of touches in the backfield. Remember, he ran wild on him in the first meeting, which was a bit of surprise. So,
yeah, how does this game change that much? Maybe it's not 33-31 again, but how isn't it like it's closer to like 64 points scored than, let's say, 30 points, is it not? Because as exploitable as the Pittsburgh defense is, obviously Cincinnati's is even worse. And they've allowed, get this, 1,270 yards to running backs on the ground, most in the league, and 9 touchdowns. They've also allowed 46 catches for 399 yards and 4 touchdowns in the air. All those numbers are horrible. They're some of the worst in the entire league. And then you have the problem at tight end, like you mentioned. The Bengals have allowed 61 catches at tight ends, 6th most, 722 yards overall, 2nd most, and 12 touchdowns. The 12 touchdowns allowed to the tight end position, that is 5 more than the next team on the list. And you're not kidding when you said everybody scored. It was Jonnu, it was Washington, and it was Freiermuth the first time they played. And Fant went crazy.
Yep.
And Jamar Chase went nuts.
Yes,
and so did T. Higgins.
It's the worst pass defense in the league. Flacco will eat. Chase will,
I believe that is going to be true.
Chase will cook. It'll be awesome. And then I have a money-back guarantee prop. I will buy, you come down, say hello, watch the show. I will buy you a beer if Robinson goes under his receiving yards prop.
Oh, boy. Fool me once, shame on you.
Game changer now. We're off the morning shift.
Fool me twice, it doesn't matter.
Now, with our schedule, it was tough. You know that. Come on. Getting up at 2 in the morning for 7 years, you can't just say, like, hey, I'm in town right now. I can't do it. I need my sleep. But now, on this afternoon shift, I can do it. Slayton's out. YOLO, eat the W, Winston in. This guy is going to chuck and throw it up for grabs, and that's all about Robinson. He is $1.60 to have 50 yards. How do you want to play it? Just want to go...
I played over 57.5.
50, okay, we'll say 57.5. I'll buy you a beer, the members in the audience, if this loses. He has had so many targets. You're running out of options now with Neighbors out and Slayton out. Look at the targets the last 4 games for this guy. So I know a couple of them we've been clipped by a yard or 2. It's been fluky, but it's gone up. And the reason why is because without Slayton. And we had a winner last week with him. So if you want to just lay the wood for 50 yards or go 57.5, Robinson is going to have a good game against I like Watson over too, by the way, 40 yards. He'll catch a deep one. He's $1.20 to have 40 yards. So I'm all about Robinson in this game.
Are you guys listening to this?
Yeah.
Here's what I want. I want you to bring groups of 20 people to Vegas. Countless people listening right now.
Yeah.
Get as many human beings. I don't even care if you're not even friends. Neighbors, bring them all with. Show up at once. Pauly, you owe me a beer. That would be phenomenal. That would make my year.
Sure. And I don't want anything in return. It's my gift to you. Robinson over. No,
by the way,
Robinson cooks.
In this game, I had this conversation earlier today. I think you could throw any possible outcome at me, and I would buy it.
Yeah. It's like what Brad Powers said about Ole Miss, Florida. They could win the game or lose by 40.
Yep.
I think I'm with you on this one.
That's exactly what I said to a group message today, group chat. I'm like, you can convince me the Giants will win this in a total shootout or the Packers win this game by 30. Those were my exact words.
Yep. Green Bay laying more than 4. 0-5 ATS this year.
Wow.
Yep.
And I really wish. I can't get there with Winston. Again, we're going to see some good out of him. We're also probably going to get some really bad. That's why I think he's amazing to watch. If Dart's the quarterback in this game, Giants, I call my shot. That would have been my gift to you. I'll get a cabana for the entire crowd if the Giants lose. The Giants are going to beat the Packers with Jackson Dart. But now he's out, and that stinks.
Yeah.
But they also made if they want to win games, one could argue, don't win any more games, tank, get the best pick imaginable.
Yeah.
But Winston gives them a better chance. Like Wilson gave him no chance.
Yeah.
That's why it takes this game out of like teasers to me, because again, anything could happen with Winston. If Wilson's the quarterback, Packers are laying 7.5, 8, whatever, then it's teaser central.
See what Kafka can draw up to.
Yeah, he's if he wants the gig.
Interesting spot here. The other angle, too, is the Green Bay DC has been mentioned for the job. So it's a showcase for him, too.
Mm.
That's possible.
Yeah, and by the way, according to video, reports, guys that practiced today, Dart looked fine. He's not playing in this game, but so they're going to bring him back against the Lions next week? Something to monitor for sure. Win-lose is up next. And I will say it.
What a day. What a game.
And I will say it once to get it off my chest, then we can move on. That's next here on VSiN.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night?
Wow, winning.
Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser!
Pauly Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
Congratulations if you had it. The second team to already go over their win total. Colts last week, Patriots last night. And they're not done. 1 seed, and division all right there for them. First touchdown of the game, hell of a drive, easy. Fields, 15-1. Mitch anytime, 16-1. Fire Jerry Jones on X. I retweeted him. He had the parlay. Won 2,800. Incredible. We mentioned Mitch on the show yesterday, and then with the Fields parlay, incredible. And a viewer had this. I saw the ticket. He sent it to me. Mechie's second half touchdown was 100-1. He's wide open, too.
Wow.
How about that?
So Fields' first Mechie anytime was how much? 270-1?
It's huge, yeah. You believe that?
Good creativity there.
That's right. That's something you don't think about. Did you throw this one in, too? Henderson, 3 touchdowns, 20-1? It's easy, right?
That's too short, though.
Yeah, right. Incredible job. Raptors plus 240 on the money line. Beat the Cavs. Our Pistons tickets look better by the game. Maple Leafs did it again. That's 13 overs in a row. No matter who they put in there. Total sieve. Call Felix Potvin. Where's he up? They can't stop anything.
And that game was trending over the entire time.
Yep. College hoops. West Virginia 2.5 up to 6. 71-49 over Pitt. The Tommies, St. Thomas, 10 up to 13.5. Won by 19. Subscribe, be part of the team. VSiN.com, our radio and podcast friends. You always want to see these tweets and videos. At Pauly Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in. We'll put you on. Luke, send this to me. Andre, this is awesome. This is the dog here about, hey, it's time for bed, right? Let's go. Barking at him. Gets him off the couch. Okay. This guy has a better life than I do. Look at he's got that great bed. He's got a TV attached to the bed. Okay, get under the covers. Okay. Under the covers you go. Little kiss, massage, head rub. And then he puts he's got, look at the TV.
Doggy cartoons.
He's got the TV right next to him, sleeping with his head on the pillow. And he's going to he puts something on him here. I've seen it. It's long. He puts
like a blanket of some sort?
Yeah, he puts something on his head. I'm waiting for it. I forgot what it is. Gives him a kiss again. That goes on.
Does he give him like a doggy eye mask?
I think that's what it is. Is that what it is?
It is. Yeah. Oh, no. Maybe cools the head here.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, my God. This guy has it all. Look at that setup. And there it is.
And now imagine if that dog has to go to bed without all this one night.
Yeah.
Because he's totally
he's
spoiled.
trained right. He's trained. He barks right. It's like Igloo the other day, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a ruckus.
That's it for me. Yep. I crawl up my ramp and go to bed, and I get the fan blowing on me. This guy barking at him about it's time to go to bed, and there it is. There he is at night sleeping. He's got the little cartoons. He's all tucked in. Perfect. This one's a phenomenal. Video up. The dog watching Seinfeld.
Okay, Rock, I'll see you at lunch.
The dog's
I'll see you
on
at
the bed.
lunchtime. I love you. Okay, I'm going to let you watch your Seinfeld, okay, bud? He is...
The dog's laying on the bed watching Seinfeld. She's like, I have to go. See you. Nothing.
It's a very smart dog.
No reaction. Like I'm fixated on Kramer and Jerry.
Yeah, enjoys the best show of all time. Good.
That's right. Good for him. Smart guy. Leave me alone. Horrible landing spot. Patriots 10.5 up to 13, 13.5, down to 12.5, and then it falls 13. Fields, jump on the ball. Don't pick it up and try to run with it. Anyway, any event, everyone should have won with that. That was a horrible landing spot. And a bad beat. Mitchell over 14.5 yards. Mitchell had a catch early for 10. He's got him down the sideline, drops it. Another one open, bad throw, but still should have caught it. Dropped it. Slant over the middle, right through his hands. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So I'm thinking I got to come right back with him in the next game because he had the targets and he can't catch anything. Though.
Yeah, last night had the drops big time.
He's also the guy who dropped the ball at the 1 yard line.
I know.
So he can't be trusted.
Patriots are down to 2-1 to be the 1 seed.
Wow. Before the line moves, sharp plays already there. They don't just follow the market, they help move it. You're not going to outsmart billion-dollar books or full-time sharps on your own. With the sharp plays, you don't have to. Look for the Mr. Poison tweets and the first touchdown tweets as well. And the AI selections are up 50 units. They deliver the edge serious bettors use every day. Free reports, alerts, market moving insights, straight to your inbox or X feed. At it since 2011 with Follow the Money since day one. Documented results, public logs, transparent receipts. Sharpplays.com. Trusted by pros and watched by the books. Sharpplays.com. Stay ahead of the line.
So in 2022, Shohei Ohtani, for then the LA Angels of Anaheim, right, batted .273 with 34 home runs. He stole 21 bases. And, 11 bases. He also had 90 runs scored, 30 doubles on the year, 95 RBIs. That was him at the plate. That same year in 2022, Shohei Ohtani for the Angels pitched 28 games. He was 15-9. He had a WAR of 6.1, an ERA of 2.33, a WHIP of 1, and he had 219 strikeouts. But I was told that year by the masses, if Aaron Judge hits 60 home runs, but specifically breaks Roger Maris's all-time record of 61, he has to be the American League MVP. That was all baseball media, and that was a lot of New York fan base, and that was a lot of East Coast people talking, right? That all happened. Judge hit 62. Set the all-time American League record. Had to be the MVP. It's historic. You cannot deny history. Fast forward to last night. Cal Raleigh sets the all-time record for a catcher. Hits 60 home runs. Magical for Judge. Not so much for Raleigh. Also the most all-time by a switch hitter on a division-winning team. And Aaron Judge wins the MVP again. As I tweeted out last night, I can say this with a ton of confidence, that if Cal Raleigh played in New York and Aaron Judge played in Seattle and everything else was the same, Cal Raleigh led the Yankees to a division title. Aaron Judge played on a wild card team in Seattle, and the numbers were exactly the same. I would be willing to bet a lot of money that media and specifically the entire New York fan base would tell me how badly Cal Raleigh would have to win the MVP. But for some reason, they can't wrap their brains around that idea. So I think it was just silliness last night by the voters, and they whiffed on history. They could have been on the right side of history and said they gave it to Aaron Judge, and my rant is done.
Average carried the day, too. With market size, you're right, and then average. Which I always thought we didn't care about average, but Judge hitting 330 also carried the day compared to what Raleigh did. But, I played the game at a high level. I told the story I used to be a catcher, and those hot days, the last thing you want to do with the tools of ignorance is go up there and hit. You want to talk to the pitcher. What do you got work? How's this working? What do you want? And, I got a hit. And what he did, I thought it was a travesty as well.
Yep. They understand history, or at least they did until this year.
Yeah.
And they embraced it, and they would have been making a case the entire time. You cannot deny a catcher with those numbers, the MVP. I guarantee that would have happened. So for people who are, I tweeted out last night, and a lot of the Yankee fan base coming back at me, you have no idea what you're talking about. You can sell your load of BS to somebody else. I'm not buying it. So that's it.
What's the response?
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Judge's numbers were way too good, is what they said to a person.
What's the comeback with Raleigh? They don't think about position? That's the whole part of position.
It was never considered.
The whole argument's position.
Right, yes.
The one guy's out there having a snack playing outfield, and the other guy's got the tools of ignorance on.
Yep. Judge is below average as a fielder. This guy's a Gold Glove catcher. But they didn't care all of a sudden.
With a great staff.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Grooming a very young staff to that many wins and a division title.
And I always thought Yankees this, Yankees that, and he passed Mickey Mantle with one for most home runs by a switch hitter.
That's right.
Then he beat Griffey, and then he beat this guy. And he goes,
I know.
The list he was going through. And
You know, Pauly, that if Cal Raleigh played in New York, they would have been screaming it the entire year from the mountaintops, this guy has to win the MVP. That's a lock. It's an absolute lock that would have happened.
Well,
but
at least it was close. 17-13.
And then on the flip side, if Shohei stays healthy, like next year, like betting the award, why even make the case for anybody else?
Yeah. I mean, you got to fade an injury. That's it.
That's the only way that you're going to win, probably.
This is nuts. Was he going to win 10 MVPs?
Well, and then he's going to be pitching full-time again next year.
Yes, I know.
How do you beat him other than the injury? You can't.
Even like 30 home runs, 190 RBIs, which is an average season for him.
Yeah.
Then he's going to do so much on the mound. I'll put him $3. See what happens.
I think you're going to have to, right?
I think you do, too. Just say the hell with it.
You know what you could do? Just right away, books, just put up Shohei, yes, no.
Yeah.
Shohei or the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that. He's going to have like 20 starts in his back pocket to say, okay, how do you trump this? Good luck. Huge game in the NFC coming up on Sunday afternoon. The Seahawks and the Rams, two of the best teams in the entire league via some advanced metrics. Both teams are awesome offensively and defensively. So what are we getting here? A shootout or a lower scoring game? We'll discuss next here on VSiN.